I just wanted to do a really quick overview of what a branded social media post looks like, just in case you don't have any design background and you're stumped and you have to start, pumping these out for your PTA or your little league team or whatever you need to do. So a branded post typically means that it has your branding on it, and it tends to look fairly straightforward all the way through. Now, if you had an organization like a PTA, you would have your logo dead center in the middle. Okay, so you create this one band here, and you want to have all of your information. So if you want your phone number advertised, if you want a link advertised, if you want the name advertised, any of that kind of stuff, you would put it in this bottom band. Okay, and then that's going to stay the same for all of your posts. I'll explain that kind of in a middle. And so this is how it kind of works out. So the very first middle thing is going to be your logo, something that's important to your brand. If it's not your logo, it's your name or whatnot. You want to leave some area that's going to change out. So if this post is about the summer reading program, and that's sponsored by Pinellas County School, so their logo is going to go here. Say you wanted to do a family fun night at a local restaurant, you could put the family fun, the restaurant here. That's why I like to leave this bar white, is because you never know what your sponsors' backgrounds are going to look like, and sometimes it'll have like a weird white square that's going to look strange against an image, or it's a clear and it doesn't show up against a color background. So it just keeps everything real standard. So you can, swap this out. If you don't have a logo that goes with your image, you could always just put, see you there, looking forward to seeing you, tickets going fast, just a quick little action item there on this side. That part you can kind of switch out, but you kind of want to leave the logo in the center, or, the focus of the brand in the center, and then your information. Now, fun fact, people read, top to bottom, left to right. And so their eye is going to fall on whatever is in your bottom right corner the longest. So if you're working on something like this, you want your website or your email address or your phone number, whatever is the most important thing that they react to, right there in that spot. That's going to be like key real estate for you. Now, once you've got this brand going, like the plain white bar on the bottom, I know it's kind of boring, but you'll thank me for that later when you have weird logos that you need to put there. And then, I put like a little horizontal line to separate it from whatever's going on. The horizontal line can be, your pop color. You can always just pick something from your logo to make it stand out. Like I could go with a bright purple, or I could go with a bright yellow, whatever is going to stand out from my image. But then I'll leave this part alone. So I'll just totally ignore that. Now, the summer reading program is over, so I'm going to change this out. And what I'm going to do is I'm only going to change out the top half. So say my next program was a barbecue. We're going to sell tickets to a barbecue or something. So I'm going to have my image here. I'm going to leave the bottom part completely alone. So I'm going to position this to the back, and I'm going to raise up this white just a little bit. There we go. And if you've never used the position bars, it just sends, the images backwards and forwards so that you can see them better. And that is when you click on something, you'll see this position right here. So that's going to be my image. We're going to write something like barbecue this Saturday. And then we're going to put this someplace on the image, and we're going to make it white so there's a contrast. I don't know, maybe the black was the best. Because the image is kind of busy, I'm just going to throw a little banner over it. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to take this, go across like this. And that calls to attention. I can change that opacity a little bit so it still shows the text, but you can still see the people behind it. Now I can make this whatever color I want. So if there's an event color or school colors, if your school colors are blue and yellow, if your school colors are red and, orange, whatever you want to do, you can always change this out so people can recognize it quickly. But that's just like the fast version of how you create a banner that has your info, and then you create your idea up top. So then once you have this, right, all you have to do is name it. We're just going to name it barbecue. Okay. And then you go into file and you do make a copy. Okay. It's going to give you the exact same thing. And then you just leave the branded part alone on the bottom and go up here and say your next event is skiing. Okay, so your next event is a big ski race. Okay, then you just keep changing this part out. And you do that same thing if you get stuck, with the image not showing up right. You can do the line, go into the lines and shapes, pick a cool shape, throw it up here on the side, change the opacity a little bit to make it look a little bit more fabulous. And then you go into your text. And you can pick whatever font you want too. This is just a quickie overview of the branding. I'm not going to get too much into design. Okay, so we just want to put skiing Tuesday. Woohoo! Okay, and then I can make this bigger just by dragging these little handles. I can change the spacing between the lines to make it fit a little better. I can spin it a minute, just to make it a little bit more exciting. But what you're striving for here is so that all of your posts look generally the same, so people see them and identify them as yours quickly. Okay, and that's going to be this bar down here. You've already created a space for you to be able to, okay, so say the PCSB doesn't have anything to do with this event, okay? Instead, this is going to be I don't know, let me just pick something real quick. This is going to be just strictly for the school, and this is going to be like, buy tickets now. Okay, so now you just have your little message here, but this stays the same. It's all good to go. You've got your image, you've got your, quick message, and you don't want to write the whole post in the image. It's just going to clog it up and you're not going to be able to read it because it's going to be so tiny. Just do the headline in the image and then write the text in the actual post, the text part of the post. And then you can just keep doing this. It saves on its own. Then you go up to file and you just do make a copy and just keep making copies and keep changing this out. It saves you from having to keep swapping this out. Everything stays the same. And that's basically, the hoodoo voodoo on branded posts.